Hi, welcome to the channel. I am Sandy. In this video, we'll be seeing the career opportunities we have for under web, that is under creating a website or creating a application. So basically, we have three modules under a website or a web app. First is design. You need to design how your website looks, and then you need to develop the same design into a page where the user can interact. And then once you have developed it, you need to do some marketing on that so that end user can be easy aware, he'll be aware that okay, some XYZ is in the market and he can use it. It can be either a website, a portfolio, or a service also, similar to Netflix or Amazon. So let's first focus on what a web designing consists of. So web designing is nothing but you create your wireframes or your page, how does your website looks, and how does your company logo looks. It can be for yourself or it can be for your client. So these are the tools available in the market for web designing, that is Photoshop, Sketch, Figma, Illustrator, Canva, or InVision. So using these tools, you can design your mobile screens or laptop screens or tablet screens. That is how a website will be looking when a user loads it in a mobile browser or it in a laptop browser or it in a tab browser. So depending on that, you can design your layout and then get it approved from your clients. And then once you have get approval for your designs, we have something called development. So under development, HTML, CSS and JavaScript are the basic blocks. On top of that, you can use other technologies to build your website, depending on the requirements, whether it is an e-commerce or a video uh, platform, or it's a listing platform, or it's a basic company website, or a static website, or a landing page, or is it for a portfolio. So depending on the business and how do you understand, you need to create it. You can create it using other technologies also, but HTML, CSS and JavaScript are the basic building blocks, where HTML gives you a outer wireframe and CSS adds a color to it, color or responsiveness, or you can say beautification of your website, and then JavaScript adds the functionality to your website. So what kind of functionalities is like whenever some user clicks on a button, what should be happening, or what should happen when some person is trying to exit your website, or he is trying to access some other data, what has to be done. Everything is handled using JavaScript. And how does it looks, what kind of colors it look, and what kind of images we are showing, how we are showing, everything is handled by CSS. And what kind of modules we are showing, everything is handled in HTML. Sorry. So on top of this, you have other modules like CMS. So once you are aware of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, you can use CMS to design your website, or you can use any JavaScript frameworks to get your application done, or you can use languages. So what is the difference here? So if at all you are having any e-commerce platform, or you don't want to work, what you call this, you have more informational website, or you wanted to create a listing website, then you can go with CMS, or you can go with frameworks, or you can even frameworks plus language. So again, it depends how huge your application is and what is a requirement of your application. And you need to also check whether these technologies can handle your application. So what a React can give you, what a PHP can give, what you can achieve using PHP, what you can achieve using React, what can be achieved using WordPress, and everything. So CMS is nothing but content management system. So wherever you have a blog post or a website which has an informational similar to Times Now, where you will get only the information about some particular categories, then you can majorly go with CMS. So if you are having some e-commerce limited number of products with you, then you can go with Magento or Shopify. So all this CMS in detail will be covered in other videos. Next is your frameworks. This is JavaScript frameworks that you can use to showcase it, and you in basics it is called as UI frameworks or front-end frameworks, where using these frameworks you can display the data that has been processed using these languages, that is backend languages. So backend languages are PHP, Python, Ruby, Java, C#, Golang or Node.js. You can use a mix and match of these two. So you can use React with any of this, you can use Angular with any of this, you can use PHP with any of this. So PHP will be the backend where you will be processing the data, and user interaction will be done in the front end using React or Angular or Vue or any of these other JavaScript frameworks. So once you are done with these, then you have something called responsive frameworks. These are the frameworks that are built on CSS. So instead of writing your own CSS, you can use this framework and use their own classes to get your output. So the list is Bootstrap, Foundation, Materialize, Bulma, Semantic, Tailwind, UIKit, Pure, Material and Spectre. So these are your CSS frameworks that you can use to design your website. It converts your basic website into responsive. And then next you have something called database. So using this database, you can store your data and retrieve it and then display it in the front. So if you have any login page, you can use any of this data along with any of these languages to store the user data, and you can use any of this as a front end for validation, or you can even use JavaScript, the basic one, for validation, basic JavaScript. And if you wanted to showcase any products, then the same thing happens. The products will be stored in the database, it gets retrieved using these languages and then displayed using these frameworks. So this is how you can design your website. So you can either become a designer or a developer, and then once the development is done, we will be focusing on marketing. So in marketing we have something called SEO, that is search engine optimization, or PPC, pay per click, SMM, social media marketing or content marketing, email marketing, affiliate marketing, or video or web analytics. So these are the titles that gets covered under marketing, or steps that gets covered under marketing. So this is your whole picture of your web application or a website. So you can become a web designer by learning this, or you can become a web developer by learning only backend languages, where you will be titled as a backend developer, or JavaScript frameworks where you will be titled as a front-end developer, or CMS, individually you will be known as a WordPress developer or Joomla developer. Here in this you need to have a knowledge on both design and development, how to create your own themes and how to publish it and how to create a page. Then you can learn your database, where you will be called as a database administrator. So using this, you need to handle the data that comes into this and process those things. Or you will be called as a digital marketer, where if you learn these technologies. So overall, this is a short picture where you can start your career with. So these are the technologies that is added to know. So if you learn all these things, then you can become a web developer or a designer, and you can start your career from this. So if you have any doubts, just please leave a comment. Please do subscribe and please follow this channel, and I'll be focusing on other individual topics by creating a separate playlist for each and individual modules or languages. Until then, bye.